Hey guys, you're watching or listening to the Shift Training Podcast,
where we talk about personal development, we talk about mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health, and just overall well-being.
And today we are just here to present a question to you. It's the end of the year, it's the end of 2022, and the question is, what do you want in 2023?
What an interesting question, Coach Law. What do you want in 2023?
Oh, so many things. But we're not going to talk about what I want today. I'm going to save that for last. The reason why we're presenting this question to you is, what do you want? It's near the end of the year, New Year's coming, New Year's resolutions, which are bogus. And the reason why is because, you can start making changes at any point in time. But let's say you want to start new calendar year, new timeline, new refresh. Okay, what do you want? That's the first question, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want it is usually the follow-up question. And keep doing that. Why do you want it until you feel some type of emotional change, till you start summoning up some passion or emotional energy. And then it's like, okay, great. Maybe now you better understand your why. All right, let's go from there. How are you going to get what you want?
That's right.
What kind of play or plans are you going to make? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to pay? What are you willing to invest? Not just financially, but in your life, your time, your effort, your energy. How much work are you willing to do? You say, oh, I'll do a 3K run, I'll do a 5K run, I'll do a marathon, I'll go miles. What is it that you're willing to spend? And how are you going to turn that into get what you want?
Right. I think it's important to also bring up the short-term and long-term goal. And also with the how, I think it's important to be as specific as you can. If you're just going to do that randomly, it will be harder to or difficult to
the probability that you'll succeed will be random.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. So, I just want to go ahead and present that question to you guys. And it's not to discourage you or be like, oh, it's hard. It's not. It's really simple. It's what do you want? Why do you want it? And you need to know why to that emotional core. So if ever you forget, you could just remind yourself. And the reason why is because your I don't want to energy needs to be trumped by the why you want it. Or you're always going to give into the, well, I don't want to. You got to have something that's so deeply powerful that the energy is just so much higher. You can't even sit down on it anymore. You start thinking about that why, and it bothers you that you dare give in and give up on that why.
Right. Yeah. So dig deep into those darkness of your life, and that will really move you, motivate you.
Absolutely. So after you get your why, then it's time to start working out the how. And it's easier to work out the how when you have an idea of what you are willing to sacrifice or how bad you want something. If you kind of want it, then you can work out a plan where it's like kind of utilizing a certain amount of stuff. And honestly, a lot of times when we plan this, usually we over or underestimate something. So usually when you're going, you make your plan, start executing against your plan, you'll start learning against your plan like, oh, I need more of this to get what I want, or I don't actually need that much. I could do this, and this is a better way to do it while I can still have this other thing. But you won't know until you start.
Exactly. And I think don't ever underestimate your, whatever goal that you have. And depending on how much you want to get better, there's always going to be a struggle in there. You have to expect that. And remember, as we said on the other podcasts, expect failure, but don't want failure. But expect that it's inevitable.
Make it part of your plan. What am I going to do when I feel like giving up? Don't think you're not going to feel like you want to give up. There are tons of extremely successful entrepreneurs and people in life just in general who've had you've had plenty of moments where you said, I feel like giving up, but here you are and you have not given up. So you're still victorious, right? So what are you going to do when that inevitably happens? Come up with a plan so you can handle it better. Save more of your energy for executing to get what you want.
That's right.
Yep. So that's really what I would like to share with you guys is it's the end of the year. What do you want? Why? How? All right, great. Go get it.
That's right.
And we're in total support as long as it's like, ethical, moral, good stuff. You're trying to destroy somebody, we can't support you. But but if you're trying to better your life and that of other people around you, great. We're in support of that. We got your back. You know what I'm saying? No one else in your life says, hey, you can do it. We're saying it right now. Hey, you can do it.
Exactly. So what about personal goals for you in 2023?
Okay. For 2023. For me personally, I got a whole bunch of stuff. It's a very long list. I'm a very demanding person. I like a lot of stuff. I want a lot of the things to happen in my life, in my development, blah, 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 blah. Great. But for Shift, here's what I would like.
What do you like?
What do I want for 2023? Definitely growth, right? Always any business, any company, you want growth. You want to bring in more people for the team, which will be happening soon. But we want growth. But here's what I really want the most. This is like an ask from you guys. I would like more participation and sharing in social media posts. It's a big ask. Really, what I would like the most is we're going to start doing some events again soon, but first we're going to start with the emotional wellness classes. I would love to see all of our supporters, as many as possible, in those classes. At least one or two. Invite a friend. That would be great. You know, bring yourself to at least one or two of the classes. Invite a friend. Maybe it's not your thing, but come help us out. Give us some feedback. I would greatly appreciate that. At our events, when we're hosting our next events, I would love to see you there, be able to talk with you, learn more about you personally, and really build that connection with you. And I think, I think those are the major things. I think all the other stuff is just like boring, you know, corporate company goals. But ultimately, we'd like to see you guys be more present and really get to know you this year.
That's right.
What about you, Vaughn?
Ooh, mine would definitely, I've been neglecting it for quite some time now, but I used to take this and I want to expand and grow in public speaking. So,
Toastmasters.
Yes, and I would like to completely immerse myself with these clubs, like you said, Toastmasters. I think one of the best way to learn and progress faster is be surrounded with people or individuals that have the same goal, who wants to get better at speaking. And this is something that I will benefit a lot because, first of all, we do coaching, we train people at Shift, and the more knowledge and expanded information that I can get, the more I can help and inspire other people to become the better version of themselves. And, you know, there's this saying, you know, whether we like it or not, visual image is important because people judge others by their image. And I think that's the same thing with our vocal image. The moment you speak with somebody, it tells a whole lot about you.
Absolutely. I think it's amazing. Great goal to have.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you heard it. He wants you to summon him for public speaking events
That's
so
right.
we can get him in the water and get Vaughn more practice.
That's right. That's right. I think another thing is, you know, when it comes to fitness, because we're all about overall well-being here in Shift, I think I want to also expand my knowledge with fitness. I'd like to get my certification for NSCA, and if I can get that, it's more like a personal challenge for me. I know that there is always room for improvement, but I believe if I were to, you know, get this certification, it's a great accomplishment. At the same time, I would help more people with their fitness.
Awesome.
That's right.
It's like phenomenal goals.
Exactly. I think another thing that would help other people is we kind of like touch base on it earlier about failures and making mistakes. Remember that you will look like a fool at the beginning, but you will thank yourself that you're good. That if you continue and be determined and have that persistence and grit, I think you will thank yourself later on if you don't give up or don't quit.
Right, 100%. I like that one. Looking like a fool is part of the game to mastery, you know?
Yeah, I think being embarrassed, being rejected, humiliated is part of the game, but you need to practice your resilience and self-soothing. You know, maybe it hurts you, the pain lasts for, you know, a couple of days, or maybe
Or maybe
hours.
last few seconds.
Yeah,
Eventually. With
exactly.
practice.
You want to decrease that, mitigate those hours, those time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, again, guys, Vaughn, is there anything else before we close up?
I think that's it for us.
All right, awesome. So yeah, guys, again, what do you want in 2023? Why do you want it? What's the fee you're willing to pay? And how are you going to get it? And we support you. Get after it. And I think that's it. I want to say thank you. It's our last podcast of the year. We appreciate you guys for following, for listening, for giving us feedback, for asking us questions. We look forward to much more of that in 2023.
Yes, we will see you next year.
All right, guys, don't forget, follow us at Shift on Your Life. and Shift Training on YouTube and wherever you found this podcast. All right. Thank you guys.
All right.
Take care. Peace.